Well, I think what's difficult to convey to people outside France is that, when you talk about conversations happening in the bar and around the water cooler, these are really tough conversations that are happening in France. This election is not over, and the demos, even if they're small, show that. And I think there is a generational thing. It was said over here that young people do not take the policy side of politics as seriously as people did 20, 30 years ago. And I think that's a problem. That's partly why in every situation, whether we're talking about Marine Le Pen, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, or Donald Trump, you're getting a certain amount of voters just saying, look, I just want to send a message, and stop with your political correctness stuff.
Are we being patronizing when we're telling, young people, they don't remember, the World War II, and they don't remember 2002?
It's a fair point, but, we've also got to call it as we see it. I'm 45 years old, and
but I don't think that's why they're voting for them. I think they're voting for them because both Le Pen and Mélenchon are guaranteeing them a standard of living and an idea of state support that basically is what their parents had or thought they had, and they like that. But nobody can afford that anymore.
I think they're different groups of voters. I mean, certainly the factory workers voting for Le Pen, that's it, because they want their job saved, and that's perfectly understandable. For young Parisians,
but young Parisians didn't vote. Nobody in Paris voted for Marine Le Pen. I mean, less than 5%. So it's not young Parisians. But you've been out and you've covered the demonstrations. Every time there's an effort to reform the labor law in this country, thousands and thousands of students go out in the street. Now, even if the law is about trying to reform the labor market so they can get jobs more easily, what is it that they say? No, we want guaranteed jobs for life. That's what they say.
See, for example, I've spent like 1 year investigating why blue collars now vote for National Front, and I went to the steel workers of Eastern France, and I discovered a reality I was not aware of, is that the travailleurs détachés, or detached workers. I discovered that guys were coming from Romania or from Bulgaria and staying for 3 months to do like subcontractor jobs, taking the jobs of French workers, staying 3 months and then going back to their countries, working for 30% or 40% less than the contract is worth in France. And this is obviously breeding xenophobia, because when you have no jobs, and in certain areas of France, you have no jobs now for 2 generations, and something like that pops up, you think, well, Europe puts me in dire straits, and I have to get out of it. I'm not saying I agree with the fact that they vote for the National Front. I just tried to understand why they did it, and I understand it.